Hello everyone. So welcome to this tutorial in our Adobe Aero course. So today we'll learn to do something or augmented business card. Okay. So let's check that out and see what we are trying to do. So we want when the user scans this card, okay, using computer vision, that is going to be done by this. This would show the business card will show. The person can click to see behind it, and the person can click read more to show these ones. This one will open Google Map, will open the person's email, will open the person's WhatsApp. So if it's WhatsApp business here, the person can communicate via that. And then if the person has a website, it will link to that. And then we can also use a GIF recording, a GIF of the person's website, just to display sample of the person's website. So as we did in one of our courses, we learned that if we'll be using a pre-made design that I've designed this, so you can do something. So you would have to visit this link, okay, and then this is what you'll be using, and then you click Open in Figma. Remember, you need to have a Figma account to register, to be able to use it. Okay, so now that it's open, when you click on open, it's going to take you here. Okay, and then you have all the assets that I've designed. You can use any of them, but today we'll be doing a business card and then want to use some of these UIs. Okay, so if you want to use your own image here, so this what you would have to use. Okay, we'll use this or any of these ones. And then you can edit it if you have. You can change your name. So let's see by double clicking, and then you can just type anything there. Okay. You can do same to any of the text tools here. Which, if you want your image, so let's see if I need an image. Let me pick an image from somewhere. Okay, so you go to pexels.com, and then I'm going to just right click and then click on copy image, not copy image address, but copy image. And I'm going back to our Figma projects. Okay, then let me first draw a circle. So by coming here, you draw a circle using the ellipse tool. And you can draw a circle by holding. For a perfect circle, hold shift. If I lift the shift on my key, you can see it's giving me something like an ovoid or oval. So when I hold shift, it's giving me a perfect circle. Now I can right click and then click on paste here. So you can see it has taken the form of the shape. And then you can just put it here by just resizing it by holding shift. Okay, remember to hold shift since it's a circle. You want a perfect circle, and then you place it here. You can delete this by double clicking, delete it, then bring this here. Okay. Then, but if you want to use your own image, let's draw a perfect circle. Okay, so because I picked this image before drawing the circle. You can see it's appearing behind it. If you have that, you'd rather want to, so let's put it behind it and then right click and then bring it to front. So bring to front. Okay. But if you picked the ellipse before picking this, if you drew the ellipse before um, dropping in your image, you don't have to do anything other than to just cover the circle, highlight all by dragging across all of them. So you can see the circle is behind our image. Then right click and then use as mask. Okay, so that's what we have. Then you can just drop it here or resize it by holding the shift key and then resize it and place it here. Okay. Okay, so once that is done, remember they are separate objects, and these ones I'll group these ones. And then since you've brought in a new one, that's if you've done so, you would want to highlight all and then just group. So you right click. Since it's grouped, okay, it's only this one that is in group. That's this one is in group. Okay, so you can just right click and then you can use on group, highlight all, and then group them. So now they are one selection, then they can move together. Now to download them, you have to come down here and then click on export. And then it's always I usually use PNG. Then you click on export. Okay, so it's going to export. Then you can do same for these icons here. Okay, we'll need them. Okay. Yeah. So these are the assets that we are going to be using. I've downloaded them. Then we'll be using not all of them, but some of them. Okay. So as usual, we need to drag them into our project. But first, let's create our project. So as usual, we'll create a new file. Business tests. Two. Then I'll use surface anchor. So the surface anchor is going to give us various ways. Okay, so the anchor type we can use horizontal surface, vertical surface, or image. But in our case, in our previous lesson we learned to use the image. Okay, you can use a vertical surface too, but let's use image. Okay, so it's going to open our folder. Like it's by default, it's going to open this UI. Then we need to select our image. So I'm going to look for the image. Okay, so our image, I'm going to select the front, which is this. Okay, so if you have a business card that you've created, you can use this. So I have the front and back, but I'm going to use the front. Okay, so I'm going to open it, and then it should be shown here in a moment. Okay, so we have it here. So this is what the user is going to scan with their phone for it to generate the UI. Okay, so now what we have to do is to drag and drop all our assets. Okay, so I'm going to look for our assets. Let's go here. We can drag and drop them, but let's go here. And then I'm going to drag and drop. So this, let me see if I can multi-select. Okay, so it allows me. Then since it allows me to select individually, I wouldn't like this approach. I'll rather use the drag and drop. Okay, so I've selected the images and then the GIF. I can also, let me select this one. Okay, we can use this, but let's use this instead. And I'm going to drag into our environment. So I've dragged and dropped it into our environment, and then it's trying to convert the shapes and then optimize it for the platform. So I'm going to pause this.